Hi, I'm your host, Anas Burton.
And I'm Danosch, your co-host.
And this is the Crypto Sheikhs Podcast.
Straight out of Dubai.
The leading and number one podcast on all things blockchain, crypto, and digital assets here in the Middle East. We're excited to be talking to you guys about how crypto can change your life and how it might be able to bring you financial freedom one day.
It will. It will.
This is the Crypto Sheikhs. This is the leading podcast in Dubai and the UAE, where you, regardless of your skill level, will learn everything from cryptocurrencies to blockchain technologies.
So today we kind of want to introduce this podcast, why we're starting it, who we are, and I'm going to start with you. So Danosch, who are you?
I am the Big Dan.
Sorry about the dad jokes, guys.
No.
But
no, okay. So who am I? I'm a Swedish Iranian gentleman. Should I say Persian? It sounds more exotic.
Yeah. Go with what makes you.
I'm a Swedish Persian cat that got into crypto quite a while back. I'm running a company now called Arami Group. We focused on trading chemicals, commodities, and now we're getting into the third C, which is crypto. So that's basically the whole purpose of this podcast, is for me to learn more about crypto. I'm still considering myself a novice, even though I got into crypto like in 2017 and started to read about it in 2013-14. I got into it actually because I graduated during the financial crisis. In 2009, I graduated from London Cass Business School. And I was like amazed by how they were solving the financial situation by just pumping money, like pump. So I was like, this is crazy. This is absolutely mental.
And nothing has changed now. In fact, it's probably worse in 2020 than it was in 2008.
Exactly. And I honestly thought that the markets would crash. We would see hyperinflation, but it didn't happen. For various reasons, which we can get into that later stage. But I knew that gold would be a good hedge against inflation. And now we're starting to see that happening. I actually bought gold back in 2012, physical bullions, the gold bars.
Making Peter Schiff proud.
Yeah, I was listening to basically Peter Schiff was my god back then. I'm not sure about that right now. And I was listening to him a lot. I bought it. I kept it in the vault in Singapore. Then a few years later, I wasn't that happy with the choice because the investment hadn't appreciated like I expected. Because for me, at the end of the day, it was about
making some moolah.
Yeah, exactly. So in 2014, when Bitcoin was at 300, I was gonna go all in.
Man, what a tasty price that would have been.
Yeah. I was going to go.
There are a few things better than sex, and I think a $300 price Bitcoin is one of them.
100%. Well, I missed that. Obviously, I missed that fun part. And in 2017, finally, when the price had, because even when the price was at 300, people were like, "Oh, it's gone up so much, it's not going to continue." I was like, "No way, it's going to continue like much higher." So when it reached 3,000, I was like, "Okay, that's it. I'm going all in."
Wow,
boom.
Wow.
Put my money into it, made some sales, made some trades, not to my benefit, and I realized that you can never time the markets perfectly. So you just need to get in at some point and just stay if you're in it for the long run, or get out when you made enough.
We'll talk about that. The dollar cost averaging kind of strategy.
Exactly. That wasn't my strategy back then, but that's kind of changed a little bit now. Yeah. So tell me about you, Anas. What got you into crypto? What's your background?
So I'm a lawyer by background. I trained in London around back in 2016, I started practicing, and I sort of, the law I was doing at the time was very much in the mergers and acquisition space, but also investment and project financing, etc. And my family sort of also has a background in real estate investing. So I kind of gotten into the investing world through real estate, but I'd kind of gotten a little bit, bored of this sort of bricks and mortars sort of arena. And I was seeing a lot of my friends getting into the tech world, and I started, getting a little bit more curious about that exposure there. And so it was around that time in 2018 that I started, it wasn't actually Bitcoin that kind of got me in, but it was Ethereum. It was because of my legal background, Ethereum
and smart contracts.
There was this chat about how smart contracts, one day was going to replace lawyers, so that I could be replaced by a line of code.
Yeah.
And so that got me really, really quite revved up. I was like, wow, I got to...
Revved or worried?
Well, both. And I started looking into it, trying to understand what it was all about. And I put a little bit of money into it. But then if you remember what happened in 2018 is there was this massive bubble.
Correct.
And the Fed, it wasn't the Fed, but I think it was the SEC. They launched those Bitcoin futures, which effectively popped the bubble. Well, that's the theory.
Because people started shorting.
People started shorting it, and it just went boom. And we saw like a 3-year bear market. And during that time, I kind of left my crypto alone, forgot about it. But I did get, like you, into gold. Gold and silver, I started following Peter Schiff, and like you, he was like, this beacon of light for me. There's also this other guy, Mike Maloney, who's really big on YouTube. I started following them. I started, reading a lot more about monetary policy, and how the Fed was just printing its way out of any kind of disaster.
And we will explain why money printing is bad for the value of your money.
Yeah, a very important concept with crypto. But my story now getting into crypto was, I was really getting, my exposure was very much into gold and silver and other, precious metals. And then in 2020, March 2020, we saw that big crash with the Rona, right? And I saw Bitcoin hit 3,000. It was at 10 at that time, and then it dropped down to 3. And I just thought, man, I need a slice of that pie. So I jumped in, with as much as I possibly could. And it's been a wild ride. It's crazy to say, but now my portfolio, my personal portfolio, is 80% crypto. And I haven't looked back. It's been an incredibly exciting journey, and I can't wait to talk about what, we've seen to help educate people here in the MENA region about this wonderful and life-changing industry.
Exactly, and how they can take control over their financial freedom by at least allocating part of their investment portfolio into cryptocurrencies. They don't need to go 100% in like I do.
Like us nutcases. By the way, just to say, we are not financial advisors. And so
100%.
Please do not take anything we say seriously from an investment perspective. Please do your own research. What we are doing here is very much an educational and entertainment to some degree. Hopefully entertainment.
Hopefully, but primarily education. Yeah.
Primary education, and please do your own research. But we're looking forward to going deeper into crypto and Bitcoin in particular. Check us out on our next episode. We will be talking about how to buy Bitcoin like a sheikh.
Like a crypto sheikh. All right. Thank you so much, guys, for listening in, and make sure you stay tuned.